For a growing construction firm, the hardest part of scaling operations usually isn't the field execution, it's fighting through the administrative friction. The standard reflex when a team gets overwhelmed is to simply hire more full-time administrative staff to share the load. But bringing on new employees introduces a separate set of heavy burdens. You take on permanent overhead, carry long-term commitment risks, and have to pause your current active work just to get the new hires trained. This chart highlights the core economic mismatch of that approach. Construction demand fluctuates. If you use a rigid, permanent overhead line to try and solve temporary demand surges, you spend capital during the valleys and still scramble for capacity during the peaks. Relying solely on that traditional hiring model acts as a financial anchor, locking up your resources and limiting the agility you need to survive when the market shifts. That exact friction point is why AIXCONS Construction Solutions was built. It gives you a mechanism to tap into flexible, high-level capacity without absorbing the rigid costs of another full-time hire. The crucial detail of this model is that it is not about replacing your existing team. AIXCONS operates quietly behind the scenes, acting as a seamless, direct extension of the staff you already trust. We can look at this flowchart to see the operational advantage of parallel processing. Instead of your team doing everything sequentially, an external team handles the repetitive, administrative heavy lifting in one lane, while your internal core team focuses on field execution in the other. True, sustainable scalability is built by augmenting the capacity of your core team in real time, rather than constantly trying to replace or expand it. The first major pillar of this parallel support steps in right at the start of your project pipeline: comprehensive estimating and bid preparation. To start, the external team executes the digital quantity takeoffs, conducts deep dive reviews into drawings and specs, they analyze addendums, and flags critical scope gaps before they become liabilities. From there, they break down the complex material and labor costs and actively coordinate incoming supplier quotes to guarantee the numbers are precise. Finally, they run the meticulous bid comparisons, draft the actual proposals, and hand over a thoroughly vetted final estimate for your internal team to review. By successfully offloading all those time-consuming tasks, your firm has the exact capacity needed to bid on a significantly higher volume of projects, entirely without burning out your key estimators. Once the bid is won, that same support structure shifts to address the second major pillar: the daily grind of project administration. This covers the intense document control required to keep a site moving. The team manages your RFIs, they process submittals, and meticulously documents every change order. It also includes the heavy financial components, like overseeing procurement, tracking incoming materials, and enforcing strict cost control mechanisms across the board. And it carries all the way through to active communication, delivering accurate schedule updates, handling meeting minutes, generating progress reports, and compiling final closeout documents. Moving these responsibilities externally acts as a release valve for your operations, removing the daily administrative drag that causes delays on active job sites. The effectiveness of this model comes down to a single operational advantage: elasticity. On a micro scale, elasticity means you have the flexibility to engage support for just one highly complex estimate, or a single demanding project that requires extra attention. On a macro scale, it means you can rapidly scale up that support to absorb heavy seasonal workloads, or deploy it for long-term management of repetitive tasks across your whole portfolio. This animation shows how that adaptability impacts your bottom line. Your overhead becomes an elastic cost curve that aligns more closely with the volatile shape of your active, revenue-generating projects. Achieving this level of operational elasticity mitigates the traditional financial risks that make scaling a construction business so difficult. When you are no longer buried under a mountain of paperwork, your entire day shifts into a steady state of operational flow. Your internal team finally has the time to dedicate to the things that actually matter: building deep client relationships, ensuring field coordination, and making the complex decisions only they can make. Giving your core team their high-value executive time back translates into successful business development and aggressive company growth. That return to flow is exactly what AIXCONS Construction Solutions is designed to deliver. By providing the precise amount of additional capacity you need for estimating and project management, they clear the path for your business to actually grow.